so so what is the basic framework, basic task of CSAT? Like like it have a well-defined mission statement. Like what the high-level definition of what team will do. It have a well-defined constituency for which incident we are going to handle, and what is our responsibility, for whom we are responsible for, and at what extent we have relation with our team, who are our communicating partner, and who are our trusted partner, and what are our services that this CSAT will provide. Services means like we can categorize services into three categories. Reactive services, like what are the tasks if incident has occurred. Proactive services means the set of tasks that CSAT team has to perform to prevent attacks. And a third category is cyber quality management services. These can be looked one by one. Like if we look at reactive services, it means that it consists of the process if incidents are occurring in the organization, like handle the incident, perform investigation of the incident, perform an analysis of the incident, and to respond to request for the assistance if incidents are occurring. All the incident occurring in the organization will be reported to the CSAT team in the constituency, and their goal will be to handle the threats. Their goal will be to handle the threats and incidents according to their behavior. So it consists of stages like they have to perform the incident analysis. They might have to go on site to different offices locations for responding the incidents. They can provide support facilities for responding against the incidents, and coordinating with different team to mitigate the risk and for recovery processes. Other kind of task which includes CSAT teams like vulnerability handling. This can be like finding the vulnerabilities which may be present in the network, and fixes those vulnerabilities. This team can also prepare vulnerability reports and can share within their constituency. Similarly, it can prepare the advisories of vulnerabilities which are coming day by day. Like the advisories can be related to the vulnerabilities coming into a specific product, or the vulnerabilities coming into any software, hardware. So these can be alerted by CSAT teams to the their corresponding peoples. Other role can be of CISA team is like artifact handling. So if any incidents are happening, then the collection of all the artifacts that will require to analyze those incidents. So artifacts means the pieces of evidence that may or may be required to analyze the incidents occurring in the organization. So these are the reactive response. This is a very brief responsibilities I have mentioned. There are a lot of other responsibilities as well, in the terms of proactive response, the goal of CISA team is they provide the best effort that our organization should not be affected by cyber incidents. So this will be a continuous process. The team can look for the infrastructure, the team can look for the security processes in the systems, and they can apply all the best practices to prevent your network from any incident or events before happening. The main goal is to avoid the incident and reduce their impact if something has noticed in the network. As a proactive measure, they can announce different type of alert, different type of new vulnerabilities coming into the internet. They can publish security advisories time to time to protect system against newly found problems, like where they are exploited, which software they are affecting, which hardware they are affecting, and the CISA team can also watch the latest technologies, latest update that are coming from different cybersecurity organizations, from different vendors. Another proactive role can be performing the security audit of the organization. Audit means analyzing the strength of the organization from the security point of view. So these are the proactive response that a CISA team can perform. And in other kind of services, CISA team can perform security quality management. So what is the quality management? It is a kind of review of the security of the organization and providing suggestions that what are the status of the security of your organization. It includes risk analysis, like what are the threats or vulnerabilities are present in our systems, and how these can be fixed and patches. CISA team can also provide consulting, like providing cyber security consultation either to the different people in the organization, or can provide consultation to the different other organizations. They can also make awareness about cyber security to the different people, to the different organizations. They can also conduct education or training program. They can also provide an evaluation of the product, software product, hardware product, to the different set of communities. They can also provide some security certification as well. So these are the basic set of responsibilities that CSIRT team provide to the different entities, to the different communities, and to the different peoples. So these teams are required so that these experts, using these services, one can handle cyber incident if it is occurring in the organizations. So if someone wants to handle the incidents, someone wants to establish a CSIRT team, then what things he needs to look. For example, like our organization wants to create a CSIRT teams within their constituency. So first he has to define what is the reason, what is the area for which I am going to. They have to look at what are the technical expertise of the people in the organizations. So based upon organization to organization, they can have different set of peoples who are working in the organizations, and based upon the people, you have to understand that that this should be the nature and this should be the behavior of our CSIRT team. The other thing, you have to establish the communication plan, like how our CSIRT team will communicate with different entities in the network, how CSIRT team will communicate with other external parties, how CSIRT will communicate with other cybersecurity agencies. Then the next thing you have to think that what kind of expertise you will keep while establishing CSIRT. Means what kind of system security people will be, what kind of network people will be, and what kind of information security people will be in your CSIRT team. So see, this is entirely depend upon the nature and size of the organization. For a small organization, there can be a small set of people having multiple responsibilities. For a large organization, it can be like multiple people and each have dedicated set of responsibilities. So establishing of a CSIRT team and the size of expert people will entirely depend upon the nature of the organization. And the other thing that we have to think that how we will communicate with other agencies, how the CSIRT team will provide technical support to the organization, to the people when incidents are occurring. A rapid communication. How will be our communication plan? Like if incident happens, how would we report it? For we have to set up an alert to report or to detect the incident. And how will I securely communicate some incident which are involving national securities? As I told earlier, the team may consist of various kind of people, like security teams. It may consist of some executive management. It can since the CSIRT sometimes handles legal matter also, so it may consist of some legal teams, public relation people, and human resource and all these. So all these will depend upon the nature of the organization.